Hello and welcome to Smaulgld's American Silver Eagle sales update for the month of September 2017. September Silver Eagle sales crashed to unthinkable levels. Sales of American Silver Eagles fell 81% in September year over year. U.S. Mint sold just 325,000 American Silver Eagles in September. Sales of American Silver Eagle coins last year, September 2016, were a respectable 1,675,000. So September 2017, sales of American Silver Eagles were down 68% just from last month or the month before in August when they sold 1,025,000, and down 91% from September 2015 when the U.S. Mint sold 3,804,500. September 2017 sales of American Silver Eagles were the lowest September sales since September 2000. So that goes back 17 years, lowest sales of American Silver Eagles for 17 years. Here's a chart that shows American Silver Eagle sales by month, and you can see 2016 compared to 2017, and you can see the steady decline in American Silver Eagle sales, and we're reduced now to 325,000 American Silver Eagles sold in September. And through September, the U.S. Mint has sold just about 16 million American Silver Eagles, or about half as many as they sold in September 2017. Last year, I think we finished at about 36 million. It looks like this year it's not going to be a very good year. Here is the chart that shows September sales of American Silver Eagles. There is your 325,000, and you compare that to prior years, well over a million ever since 2008. And you have to go all the way back here to 2000 to get a month lower of September, lower than 325,000. You can see in recent years we had 5 years in the 3 million plus range. Even last year when sales started to tail off, they were respectable 1.6 million. So you have to go back well before the financial crisis. You have to go back to the turn of the century to have a lower month of September than we had this most recent September. Now, for those of you who are interested in American Silver Eagles, you can purchase them through the links on the Smaulgld site. These coins are 0.9993 silver. There's a touch of copper in them. They have been produced since 1986. You can compare pricing and shipping at BGSC, SD Bullion, Golden Eagle Coins, Money Metals Exchange. And Smaulgld makes a small commission, and you pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. So consider, not investment advice, but if you're going to buy Silver Eagles, consider doing so through the Smaulgld site, either below the BitChute, below the VidMe, or below the YouTube video on the Smaulgld site. And you can check it out and compare pricing and shipping. And as I say, you pay no more, no less than if you visited those sites directly. So if you're going to buy, please consider doing so through the Smaulgld site. Now here we have the annual silver sales, and you can see 2017 is shaping up to be, probably won't beat 2008. Now remember, 2008, the bulk of these sales, they got to about almost 20 million, 19.5 million, I think the number was. Most of the sales in 2008 were at the very end of the year. They actually ran out. They had a trouble meeting demand. So unless we have a big spurt in October, November, December, this year, 2017, will be the lowest year since 2007. And again, the bulk of these sales here, these near 16 million sales, we sold nearly 6 million in January. So a good portion of the sales also in 2017 were at the beginning of the year. And the biggest year was 47 million, right up here at the top in 2015. Now the gold-silver ratio, you can't blame the gold-silver ratio for the low American Silver Eagle sales. For those who are fans of the gold-silver ratio, saying it's unsustainable, it's too high, therefore silver is cheap. So what's stopping you from buying? Because people aren't buying silver at these supposedly cheap levels. The gold-silver ratio has hovered well above 70 for the last few years, well above 50 and 60 for the past 5 or 6 years. Silver's just getting cheaper and cheaper compared to gold, but the sales are not rising. Again, it's something I pointed out in over the week, and when we did the, in case you missed it, top gold and silver stories, I mentioned that there is a lot of chatter on websites and on YouTube, people saying that gold and silver are the best and they would never buy cryptocurrencies. And but I don't see anyone buying gold or silver, and I don't say that sarcastically. I say that based on these U.S. Mint sales I'm seeing, and also based on the sales through the Smaulgld site. Remember, Smaulgld is a gold and silver site. If you look at the top here, what does it say? Gold, silver. I do cover cryptocurrencies. However, the bulk of the ads and the bulk of the content is gold and silver. And yet, this offer right here, text-based offer, gets the most in the last 4 months, the most traction. This just says open a Coinbase account and you get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. When you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, Smaulgld also gets $10 worth of Bitcoin. That's not investment advice to do that. It's just there. You can open a Coinbase account, and I've opened or helped open dozens of them without really promoting that other than just putting it on the website. Yet, we cover gold and silver all the time. In this banner here, I'm not seeing the click-throughs and people purchasing the gold or silver, again, in the last 4 or 5 months. Prior to the last 4 or 5 months, early in the year, in January, sales were very strong through the site and at the U.S. Mint. Last year, ever since the site has been open, there's always been a decent amount of what I call affiliate sales, people clicking on the banners, clicking on the links, and buying gold and silver. That's stopped the last 3 or 4 months. And as I mentioned, you can't blame the gold-silver ratio, because if you're a silver fan, silver is cheap. If you're a gold fan, well, gold hasn't really risen that much, so you can't blame higher prices for the slowdown in sales. Now let's look at the silver to gold sales ratio. This is how much silver the U.S. Mint sells compared to gold. Now, 2014, it was 105 to 1, and that really was because there was a lot of gold sale, there were a lot of silver sales, but silver was the cheaper metal, so people were pouring into silver. That fell off. Last year was a decent gold year. A lot of gold sold at the U.S. Mint last year, one of the highest since 2010-11. It was a very strong gold year. Remember, you had Brexit going on. The silver sales fell down. Now the silver to gold sales ratio has risen, but that's just because no one's buying anything, and it just happens they're buying a little bit more silver than gold. I do track the monthly ratios. You can see them here. Also, American Silver Eagle premiums, they're flat. It's not like Silver Eagles are now more expensive than they used to be. You've always paid a decent premium on Silver Eagles. The U.S. Mint, remember, charges the authorized purchasers $2 per coin over spot, no matter what the price of spot is. So you're never going to get a decent price on a Silver Eagle. You're always going to pay at least $2 over spot for a Silver Eagle. And you can see here the premiums, they're not going anywhere, so that's not an excuse for people not buying Silver Eagles. Some people say, well, people are tired of buying Silver Eagles, but they're not buying anything else. There's advertisements on the site for junk silver, silver rounds. People aren't buying those either. So it's not like people have gone off Silver Eagles. They've gone off silver, and they've gone off gold. Now we will see. The Perth Mint sales are a little different. For a smaller mint, they have not been hit as badly. In fact, some of their sales are pretty good. We're going to see that later in the week, especially the gold sales, even in the silver sales too. It's the U.S. Mint that's really been hit the hardest. The Perth Mint's been hit slightly, but not as much. And I attribute that probably because they do sell into the East. They do sell probably into China as well. I don't have the breakdown. They don't provide it where they sell their coins. And I know though that the U.S. bullion dealers that we feature on our site, they sell Perth Mint coins, and I don't see those selling either. So it must be that the Perth Mint is selling outside the United States. Here's your pitch to donate to Smaulgld at the end of the podcast if you're interested in helping out the site and helping to continue to receive these types of reports. By the way, these reports, when I update you on the gold, silver at the U.S. Mint, Canadian Mint, Perth Mint, they get far fewer visits. They get far fewer YouTube visits. I know a lot of people like them, but they don't have the same, I guess, click value that some of the other stories have. So if you like these and you like them to continue, please consider donating to Smaulgld via PayPal. You can donate your Bitcoin, Litecoin. You can even become a Smaulgld patron. The links are below your video, whichever one you're watching it. And you can also do it through the Smaulgld site. Please check out the site and also subscribe to Smaulgld by filling in your email address, and you'll receive the weekly Smaulgld updates and also an occasional blog post during the week. Thank you very much.